Hello and welcome to another Gradu8 video. Today we're going to be having a look at prime factor decomposition. So everything in this series is about improving your fluency with our basic concepts and making sure you're GCSE ready. So what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to have a go at the 8 questions around the worksheet. Okay, then unpause the video and go through the solutions alongside me. So pause the video now and have a go at these 8 questions. Okay, hopefully you've now had a look at them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these questions and then you can check your solutions against them at the same time. I'm going to start up here. So it says express the following as a product of its prime factors. So what you need to do for each of these numbers is you need to break them down into some of their factors, okay? And there are multiple combinations of doing this. So for 20, because it's an even number, I'm going to break it down into 2 and 10. At this stage here, I want you to circle either of those numbers if they're prime. Remember, a prime number only has 2 factors, the number 1 and itself. So in this instance, I'm going to circle the number 2, but not the number 10. I'm then going to look for 2 numbers that multiply to make 10, which is 2 and 5, both of which are prime. I'm going to circle both of them, which ends my tree there. I'm then going to write those numbers out, multiplying them together. And that now is that answer written as a product of its primes. Product because if you times those 3 numbers together, you'll see they make the original number of 20. I'm just going to simplify this one as 2 squared times 5 to make sure I fully appreciate and understand what I need to do. So the next one, 45. Odd number this time, but I know my 5 times table and 5 times 9. Let's circle the 5. 9 breaks down into 3 and 3. Both of which I can use. I'm going to write them out in order. 3 times 3 times 5, so 3 squared times by 5. 40, okay? I'm going to go for something slightly different this time. I'm going to go for 8 and 5. You might have done in your workings a different breakdown than me for any of these questions, but you will find that your answer should be the same. So if you broke this one down by you doing 20 and 2 or 4 and 10, you'll still end up with the same answer at the end, okay? And that's really, really important. Don't stress yourself out thinking you're getting it wrong when you're probably not. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, which is 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 5. This next one's quite a large number, 120. I'm going to break that one down into 12 and 10. Neither of these are prime, so I'm going to have to keep trying to break them down. Well, 10 I know goes into 5 and 2, both of which are prime, and 12 goes down into 4 and 3, 3's prime, and then 2 and 2. I'm going to circle those. So I've got a 2 here, here, and here, so I'm just going to speed this up, 2 to the power of 3 times 3 times 5, times 3 times 5. Remember, you can check any of your answers by just multiplying those numbers together, okay? So 80 now, let's go for something different. Let's go for 2 and 40. 2 is prime. Now let's go, if we look at our earlier answer, we've already got up here, which is 5 and 8. This is going to break down into 2 and 4. And that's going to break down into 2 and 2. Okay, so just check them all. So you can have 2 to the power of 4 times 5. Okay, next one again. Alright, I know my 9 times table, so I'm going to go for 9. Okay, and 6 breaks down into 3. Oh, I can't quite fit it there. 3 and 3. And this one is 2 and 3. Okay, so you can have 2 times 3 to the power of 3. Now, this one here, I wonder how many of you looked at this one and thought, I can't break this one down, okay? I don't have any numbers in which I can do that. You can though. 51, okay, can be broken down into our 3 times table. So just before I write it, if you haven't already got it, have a think about what that number could be. It's going to be 17, okay? 3 is prime and so is 17, so you just write 3 times 17. Seems like a silly one, but it's just being aware that you could be caught out by a question like that, okay? So this last one now, 48 is a number they use all the time. Okay, so have a think about all the different ways that you could possibly do that one. And let's go for 4 and 12. 4 breaks down into 2 and 2. 12 breaks down into 3 and 4 breaks down into 2 and 2. Okay, so have a look again. So I've got 2 to the power of 4 times by 3. Okay guys, that concludes our Gradu8 session on prime factor decomposition. Hopefully you've had a go at these questions. These are the same sorts of questions that are going to appear in your lessons and in your assessments. So if you're not sure on anything, go back through, watch the video and try them again. Remember to check out all the other videos guys and get yourselves GCSE ready.